Hello guys, welcome back. Let's solve this problem. It says, solve for the x-intercept of the second derivative function, okay? So this is the function given, and we are asked to find the x-intercept. How do we do that? How do you find x-intercept in general, okay? Graphically, if you have, this is y-axis, this is x-axis. If the graph line passes this point, this will be the x-intercept. So if you want to find the x-intercept of this, you have to equate this equals to 0. That means the y value is 0, okay? Because if you are plotting a graph here, this is going to be like, let's say 2, or 2, 0. So 2, 0, positive here, this is 2, and the 0 is this. So if you want to plot it, you're going to plot it here, okay? So to find the x-intercept, you equate the equation to 0, right? But remember, we are asked to find the x-intercept of the second derivative, okay? So first of all, say if this is y, this is like y equals to x raised to the power 4 plus 4x cubed minus 18 x raised to the power 0. So for us to find the x-intercept, as I told you, this has to be 0 here, equals to x raised to the power 4 plus 4x cubed minus 18x squared, right? So first thing, we find the first derivative. So we differentiate, so which is f prime, or you can say dy over dx, assuming this was y function, okay? Or just say f prime equals to, if I differentiate in this, we multiply this by the coefficient here, which becomes 4x, then you subtract minus 1, this becomes 3, okay? Then plus, here you multiply this by this, gives you 12x, then we subtract this by it becomes 2. Easy. Then minus, this again, you multiply this by this, gives you 36x, 2 minus 1 is just 1. So that's the first derivative, okay? The second derivative, f double prime, okay? Or you can say dyx dx square, okay? And remember, everything here equals to 0 because that's what the y function is, okay? Now this again, you multiply this by this, gives you 12x, you subtract minus 1 becomes 2. This and this gives you 24x, right? Minus, and this gives you now 36. So the power here is 1, multiply this, 1 minus 1 is 0. Any number gets to the power 0 is 1, okay? Everything here equals to 0. Now all you have to do, this is just quadratic equation, okay? But first of all, let's reduce. Divide here by 12, this by 12, this by 12, this by 12, right? This and this goes, so we have x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Now we can easily solve this using factorization method, okay? So the two numbers, if we multiply this becomes minus 3x squared. The two numbers that we can multiply for us, we have minus 3. When we add or subtract them, we have 2, will be 3 and 1, okay? So that will be positive 3 and minus 1. If you subtract this, you have this. If you multiply them, you have minus 3. So hence, this becomes x squared, okay? Then minus this x, this represents x, plus this is 3x, right? Minus this 3 equals to 0. That's factorization. Now, this everything equals to 0. So now you can either say x minus 1 equals to 0. So x equals to 0, this 0 here, plus this transpose 1. So your answer here becomes 1. Or you can say x plus 3 equals to 0. Now if you transpose this, x equals to 0, transpose this minus 3. So your answer here becomes minus 3. Therefore, the x-intercept will be 1 or minus 3. Okay?